My parents went on a rare weekend trip, leaving me to house sit. Mark and I have been saving for our wedding, so we're staying at my parents' place to cut costs. While cleaning out the attic, Mom's always been a hoarder, I found an old wooden box tucked under some insulation. It was locked, but the clasp was rusted, so I pried it open with a screwdriver. Inside were stacks of yellowed letters, photos, and a leather-bound journal with Lily's name carved into the cover. The journal was disturbing. Lily wrote about hearing whispers in the house at night, always coming from the basement. She described dreams where our great-grandmother, who died before we were born, stood at the foot of her bed, pointing at the basement door and saying, "You can't hide it forever." The entries got more frantic over time, with Lily claiming she saw shadows that moved without light, and that Mom and Dad were keeping it fed. The last entry, dated the day she moved out, read, "I saw it. It knows my name. I have to leave before I turn 30, or it'll take me too." I was freaked out, but I'm a skeptic. I figured Lily was spiraling, maybe dealing with mental health issues. Still, the journal gave me chills, especially since I'd been hearing odd noises at night, creaks, murmurs, like someone whispering just out of earshot. Mark said it was probably the pipes, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Then I found the photos. They were old, black and white, showing my great-grandparents and their kids. In every photo, there was a blurry figure in the background, a tall, thin shape that didn't look human. In one photo, it was standing right behind my great-grandmother, its hand on her shoulder. The back of the photo had a single word written in red ink: "Found." When my parents got home, I confronted them. I showed them the journal and the photos, demanding to know what Lily was talking about. Mom went pale, and Dad got this cold, hard look in his eyes. They tried to brush it off, saying Lily had always been imaginative, but I pushed. I asked why they locked the basement door every night, why Lily was so scared, and what the photos meant. Dad snapped. He grabbed the journal and threw it into the fireplace, screaming that I was digging up things that should stay buried. Mom started crying, begging me to let it go, saying, "It's for your own good." That's when I noticed something I'd never seen before, a scar on Mom's wrist, shaped like a crescent moon. I grabbed her arm and asked what it was, and she yanked it away, sobbing, "You're not 30 yet. You don't need to know." Mark was there, trying to calm everyone down, but I was done. I told them I was going to the police to find Lily, that I deserved answers. Dad laughed, a hollow, bitter sound, and said, "You won't find her. She made her choice." That night, I couldn't sleep. The whispers were louder, and I swear I heard my name being called from the basement. Yesterday, after my parents went to bed, I couldn't take it anymore. I needed to know what was in the basement. Mark begged me not to go down there, but I grabbed a flashlight and a crowbar from the garage. The basement door was locked, as always, but I managed to pry it open. The stairs creaked under my weight, and the air got colder with every step. The basement smelled like damp earth and something metallic, like blood. At the bottom, I found a concrete room with a single wooden chair in the center. On the floor was a chalk-drawn symbol, a crescent moon, just like Mom's scar. The walls were covered in scratches, like someone had clawed at them. Then I saw it, a crack in the far wall, wide enough to step through. Beyond it was a tunnel, pitch black and narrow. The whispers were coming from inside. I don't know what possessed me, but I went in. The tunnel led to a cavern, lit by a faint, sickly green glow. In the center was a stone altar, stained with dark red splotches. And there, crouched over the altar, was something. It was tall too, with limbs that bent wrong and a face that wasn't a face, just a void with glowing eyes. It turned to me and said my name in Lily's voice. I screamed and ran, tripping over roots, or bones or something in the dark. When I made it back to the basement, the door slammed shut behind me. I heard the thing laugh, a sound that made my skin crawl. I bolted upstairs, locked the door, and woke Mark. We grabbed our stuff and left. We're staying at a hotel now, but I can still hear the whispers in my head calling me back. I don't know what's real anymore. Was that thing in the basement the curse Lily wrote about? Are my parents involved in some kind of cult? And where is Lily? I'm terrified that whatever I saw is tied to me now, especially since my 30th birthday is in 3 years. Mark thinks we should call the police, but what do I even tell them? There's a monster in my parents' basement. I tried looking up the house's history, but all I found was an old article about a missing family from the 1920s who lived on our street. No mention of a curse or a creature. Reddit, please help. Has anyone dealt with something like this? Could this be a mental health thing, or is my family hiding something real? I'm scared to go back, but I need to find Lily. What should I do? And has anyone else heard whispers that know their name?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a twist. Stay tuned to Reddit Tales Times for your daily dose of drama, laughs, and unbelievable stories.